So I think that the problems that we have encountered lately are due to September 11. When September 11 happened, rights were taken away. The Patriot Act was passed. Before, spying agencies, in particular NSA, were spying primarily on military activities from the Soviet Union. Only 3,000 people roughly were killed by the terrorist attacks. If you look at World War I and World War II, many more people got killed, and the laws were not changed. So we need to go back to the laws pre-September 11. That's one aspect. That means that the second aspect is also we need to look at the international agreements. Today, your rights evaporate when you move from one country to another country. If you move within the EU, your rights evaporate. That also should be addressed. And third, the problem that we face is that we see spying technology everywhere. Facebook is able to turn on your camera on your mobile and also the microphone. That should be basically forbidden. So there are certain things that should be done, and then that will bring us back to a society where privacy, I'm not saying it's going to be perfect, but it's going to be better. And then we can add technology which has been developed under the last 20 and 30 years. Unfortunately, what happened is that it hasn't been implemented at a large scale. And if we do that, we can basically restore human rights. So I would say 10 years ago, technology alone was able to solve the problems. But today, things have dramatically changed. We have very small cameras that are hidden everywhere. We have very small microphones. And we also have a third problem. Laptops and mobiles and smartphones can all be turned on remotely. And the reason is that what used to be a power switch on these devices is no longer a power switch. It's software controlled. So software technology alone cannot solve the problems because we have allowed companies to make technologies for which there basically is no solution against massive spying. So regulation will be required. After we basically deal with these issues of making the microphones less hidden and more obvious that we see them, and also the same for cameras, and deal with the power on these machines, then there are technologies. And so some of the technologies there are is encryption, although we have to be careful that it might be that NSA can still break some of our encryption schemes. We don't know that, but this is some people think that might be the case. Another technology is the use of the threshold cryptography. Threshold cryptography basically allows to distribute the security, and that means that we don't have to put all our eggs in one basket. We can rely on different technologies and then combine them so that only when, let's say, different organizations from different countries start to collaborate, can they actually break your security. You could think about if Russia, China, and the United States have to collaborate to break your security, that's very unlikely, and that can then be achieved that you need such an unexpected collaboration before you can break threshold cryptography. Also, anonymous techniques have been developed as group signatures and group encryption and this type of stuff, in which you do not actually know who said something. So if you want to say something without being actually be able to trace, or you are a member of a group, this could be, for example, you work inside an organization, then you can actually say, I'm one of these people inside the organization. As when you go inside your building and you're authorized to enter, that then they will know that you are one of the people authorized to enter. They will allow you to enter. And if nothing was stolen, they don't need to know who actually entered on a certain day and at a certain time. If something got stolen, then this technology can also be used to actually find out who actually entered. But on a normal day, there is no need to know who inside the company actually went inside. You have to know the person was authorized. So there are techniques to do all these things and to restore basically our privacy. But one problem is they haven't been implemented at a large scale.